Lost in gin and lemonade, electro spins in the mermaid parade. Four quartets and no regrets, except for the Polaroids I left. You were just some spell I was under. That in the summer, 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 summer.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Your host is here. Rootedjunk. How are we all doing? We are live on Podbean as well. So this show is going to be a call-in show. So if you want to call in and have a chat to moi about anything and everything, download that Podbean app and give us a call. Sup, cunt, how are you? Hit fan. Here we go. There is the link to Podbean. So if you want to call in and have a chat to moi, the call-in line is open. Download porn, yes. Download that porn. I've done it, people. I've given in. I've given in to the worst temptation in the world. I've started a TikTok account for Generation Random, and I'm uploading all my clips, all my funny clips from all my shows on there. So get on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, get the fuck on TikTok and look up Generation Random. Random Podbean, I think. I don't know. Let me get my thing. Let me get that going. Let me have a look. I can't say all that and not give you guys the fucking right shit. Let's have a look. At Generation Random Podcast. Wayne Bowes. I could call you a little worried you'd start talking dirty to me. Baby, the things I do with your head. You know what I'm saying? How are you, Wayne Bowes? How are you? And all our Podbean listeners as well. Like I said, if you want to call in and have a chat to me, if you don't want to be stuck just messaging me, you can call in and we'll talk about anything. I don't give a fuck. That's good, man. What have you been up to? You still twitching? Still playing Warframe? Still going strong? I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, I got a few baggies under the eyes. Not the good bags either. A few baggies under the eyes from a new baby. From a new baby, yeah. I'm losing it. But again, if you want to chat online, get on Podbean. There it is again. There is the link to the live show on Podbean as well. But how's everyone going? What's going on? It's 4th of July, people. For you Americans. Red, white, and blue. How are you celebrating it, Jacko? Are you gonna tailgate it? You gonna cook up a barbecue? What's the most stereotypical racist American thing I can think of? Are you gonna have heaps of chicken, barbecue, waffles, and watermelon? I think I covered all the bases there. And grits. Like, what the fuck are grits? Always wondered, what the fuck's grits? Explain this shit to me. You're going to drink the blood of every white motherfucker I can find? Well, that's one way to celebrate fucking 4th of July. Isn't that what it's all about? Giving back to the community. Grits. Well, grits. What the fuck's grits? The local community. Run down the local school with a newsie. Fuck, we started early. Rainbow's in there at the jugular. Now, Charles, if you don't know who Wayne Bowes is the Rabona's uncle. We have me breakfast. They related to corn or some shit. Fucking righto. An AR-15, thank you very much. Like I said, this is something new I'm doing because I don't, like I said, I'm shit at games, so I don't really like particularly getting on playing games because people then make fun of me. I'd rather than make fun of me here and not about my untalented game playing. So when the podcasts aren't on, I decided to get on and run a little bit of a chat show. Just talk about different shit whatever people's on their minds. If they want me to complain about something or talk about something, we will. But I thought I'd bring some things up. Now, we did a show the other night for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which was on here on Twitch, so you can still go and see it. But it's not up on as a podcast yet, so it's not on Podbean or Spotify or Apple or wherever the fuck you get your podcasts. I don't care as long as you're following me. But I thought I'd share some of the shower thoughts or questions I need answers to. I'm gonna put this light on because my light's fucked in here. But let's turn this on. There we go. So I got a bit of light. So I'm gonna go through some of them tonight and see what. Ooh, that might be too bright. Let's turn that down a bit. There we go. And let's have a talk in the evening. See what you motherfuckers think. Right. I got as what you're looking up to your left side in the corner. Always wondered. You want to know? So that's actually the Podbean app. So I'm looking at people if they're talking to me or wanting to call in. So I'm kind of glaring up there to see if people are talking. I don't want to leave them out of it. And then on this side is Spotify, but I probably really don't look up that way because I don't really need to worry about Spotify. I've got a whole playlist that just plays out in the background and I just can forget about it. But yeah, if I look up this way, I'm not being rude. Well, I don't give a fuck if I am. I'm just making sure I'm not ignoring the people talking to me or trying to call in. So there you go. And no one's trying to call in right now. I think I lost a few people. Anyway, here's the first one. How did the first ever people know how to make a child? Like, who was it that said this dick goes into that vagina? That always blew my mind. I'm like, did they stumble onto sex? How'd they, like, were they like, like the girl just goes, You think? Like, let's take God out of it. Okay? Let's pretend God isn't there, all right? Believe what you will, I don't know. Let's just put it at science, like, let's just start with the theory that the Big Bang happened. All right? No entity or greater entity was involved. How the fuck did they work out sex? Was like the guy just kind of like tripped, fell in, and was like, ooh, this feels nice. And it feels nice when I go back out and in again, and then and the kid come out like 9 months later. They copied animals. Does Jesus have kids? Did Jesus have kids? Are we going by that Jesus was a pants man? So you're telling me Jesus fucked his way over from Nazareth to Rome to halfway across Jerusalem? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Jesus just being like this fuck boy? Like, hey, ladies, how are you? You know who I am? The Son of God. You want to see something? You want to see a fucking miracle? Boom. Throws the pants off. I'd use that. How could you not use that? Come on. How could you not? I reckon that's why he was killed. I reckon that's why he was betrayed. I reckon Judas was just fucking... He was just jealous that Jesus was getting all the pussy. Jesus was just laying pipe, fucking everywhere, and Judas was just like, hey, I'm not getting any chicks at all. Fuck you, bro. I'm betraying you. And that's why. He's just purely jealous. Purely jealous. That's all it is. Illegit, how are you? I'm live on Twitch, but if you want to call in, the call in is open. Give us a call, have a chat about anything. We're just answering questions that need answers. And this one was the question we were talking about was, how did the first ever people know how to make a child? And then somehow it got on to being Jesus being a pants man. How the fuck did we figure out breathing? I think breathing is a natural thing. It's a natural thing that occurs. I mean, a baby doesn't learn to breathe. A baby just breathes when it comes out. Like, as soon as it comes out, it's breathing. And so it's just a natural reaction of the way our bodies are built. So I don't think we actually learned how to breathe. It just, lungs, man, they're fucking amazing. They just make you breathe. It's a hard one. I don't know, but that's my take on it anyway. All right, next. Are we finished? Are we finished with that question? We're gonna move on to the next one, or is Rainbow still thinking about Jesus packing schmeat? Fucking G. If you were God's son, you'd have to be packing schmeat, eh? God wouldn't let you down there, would he? Huh? I mean, you let me down so bad. Let me down so bad in that department. But if you're the son of God, mate, he's going to be like, I've got you, son. You're packing schmeat. Lungs, breath, penis, breed. Think it's pretty straightforward. There you go. So you reckon it was just a natural instinct to hump everything? Like, man, as soon as he got an erection, he was like, I'm finding a hole. I don't care what hole. I'm finding a hole. And then just a lady appeared one day and he was like, you have a hole. You have 3 holes. Only one brings a baby. But I'm going to enjoy all 3. That's how I feel. That's how I feel that went down. Fuck. All right. Ooh, he's not as interesting question, but still a question. If we lived on Mars, would there be still earthquakes, or would they be called Marsquakes? I think it'd be still earthquakes, because Mars does have what we consider Earth, which is dirt, shit. You'd still call them an earthquake, wouldn't you? Marsquake? A Mars quiver? Don't ever call that. Oh, look, we've got a Mars quiver. It's a 7.5. Fuck. What other names could we make up for a fucking earthquake? Who knows? I'm pretty sure Hin would have a... Tremors on other planets are called spacequakes, which sound bomb as fuck. As quack... I know what you said, but... Yeah. Spacequakes. It sounds like something you'd bake with weed in it. Dude, did you bake those space quakes? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Fuck. Alright, next one. Oh, this is an easy one. It's just fucking stupid. But I'll say it anyway. This is why I didn't make the show. If money doesn't grow on trees, why do banks have branches? That's self-explanatory, isn't it? Ooh, that's a good question. So, if no one had a TV, where the fuck do you point your furniture at? It's a good question. What the fuck would you point your furniture at? fireplace. What happens if you didn't have a fireplace? Not every place has a fireplace. I don't have a fireplace. I mean, if you didn't have a TV or a fireplace, where the fuck would you point it? Your mum. Well, which is probably right, because my mum's hot. Well, I was about to say something fucking wrong there. I won't continue that. I went to say something that meant something completely different, but yeah. Welcome to Podbean, mate. I'm live on Twitch as well. If you want to have a chat, you can call in and talk about anything you want. We're going through answers that need to be answered. But if you got something you want to say, what's your name? WW Fate? Fate me. I'm not going to continue on that. I'll get it completely wrong. But you can call in and have a chat if you want. The heater, yeah, okay, fair enough. Every time I bring up something and say, no, you can't, you guys. But if you had nothing, it'd be like walking into a room with furniture just sitting there, not particularly pointed at something, would look weird, I think. Ooh, here we go. Here's a good question. If you stay up past 12 midnight, did you have a late night or an early morning? Think about that one, boys. If you stayed up late, if you stayed up past 12 midnight, did you have a late night? Or are you just really early for the morning? That's the question I want to ask. What does everyone think of that? I think it depends on when you wake. Yeah, I know, but I feel like the day doesn't end until you fall asleep. So it would be a late night. That's the way I'm going on. I feel like if you wake up after 12, that's an early morning. So if you wake up at 12:01, you're an early morning. But even if you go to sleep at 6 in the morning, you just had a really fucking late night. You didn't have an early morning because you're still going to go to sleep, right? Unless you're one of those weird ass fucking fools who just don't go to sleep. There you go. Rainbows. Well, night is regarded as dark, so I'd go with late night. Yeah, I think so. I just don't think, in my mind, the day doesn't end until I fall asleep. And then when I wake up, the new day starts. Here's a question. Who put the alphabet in alphabetical order? Who the fuck did that? And how? That's a good question. I wonder if that's on Google. I wonder if you could Google that. Who put the alphabet in alphabetical order? And who the fuck put it to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Was it in the tune of... were they like going to do... What came first, the alphabet tune or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Man, this question has so many fucking branch-offs. Let's answer one at a time. So with the alphabet, was it naturally in that state, or would they go, we need to make it rhyme? We need to make it in a certain area. The original alphabet was developed by Semitic people living or near Egypt. That's fair enough, but I want to know why they put it in that order. That's what Google says anyway. Fair enough. Thank you, Rainbows, the Google fact checker of the show. What came first? The alphabet was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The music to that, was that originally for the alphabet, and then they put the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star words to it, or was it the other way around? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star first, then they put it to the alphabet rhyme. That's a good question. I wonder which one was first there. I actually said this one on the show the other night, but it was a good one because fucking Beaver loves this question. If you were cleaning a vacuum cleaner, do you become a vacuum cleaner? Paradox. You become a vacuum cleaner if you're cleaning a vacuum cleaner. I think. Michael, welcome to the show. How are you, mate? I see you up in the Podbean studio. We're able to chat. We're live on Twitch at the moment as well, so you're more than welcome to call in and have a talk about anything. Maybe help answer some of these questions I have. We're trying to get through. So the question I just asked is, if you clean a vacuum cleaner, do you become a vacuum cleaner? It's a good one. I like it. Oh, here we go, Michael. Here we go. Just remember not to be too harsh with your words. And we're live. Michael, how are you?
Hey, good. Oh, yeah, of course I'll be respectful. You won't have to worry about that with me. And the answer to your question is, yeah, I guess you do, if you really think about it.
Well, before you go on, I'm going by your accent, so I'm going to say this. Happy 4th of July, my friend.
Thank you.
How are you spending it?
With the boy and my son tonight, they got a lot of firework events around the neighborhood, so I think what we're going to do is ride around on the motorcycle in the neighborhood and watch everybody blow off their fireworks. That's always kind of interesting.
That sounds pretty fucking sweet. That's pretty fucking sweet. Fireworks, are they illegal there, or can you just buy them, or just on 4th of July no one gives a fuck?
There's a stipulation. You can go buy the fireworks that go in the air. Technically, they're illegal to shoot off, but you can technically buy them. The only ones that are legal are the ones that stay on the ground, but everybody shoots the ones in the air. Nobody wastes their money on the ones that stay on the ground. So, yes, they are illegal, but so many people are shooting them off. The only time the police ever do anything is if they get a complaint.
Fair enough. We can't even do it here. They're illegal. We used to have a Canberra, which is our state, which is our national capital, and they used to be known for three great things. You used to go to Canberra to buy fireworks, get a good coffee, and porn, and to get laid. They have massive pawn shops there. It's amazing. And they got cafes in it, so you can actually do two of those three at the same time. Go get a coffee and sit down and look at your magazine you just bought. But they made... and that was the only place you could buy fireworks in Australia, but now they've stopped that, which is a bit hard. Rainbows in Twitch wants to know, if you lay the ones that you shoot in the air on the floor, does that make them illegal?
You mean as far as if you buy the legal ones that only stay on the ground and then pick them up and throw them in the air? Is that what your question was?
I think he was meaning the other way, but we'll go with that anyway because I think he misheard what you said. So answer that anyway. Yeah, the if you buy the legal ones and use it in the illegal way, does it become illegal still?
Good question, but kind of funny. I guess it could be considered illegal. I'd really have to look at the penal code, but as far as them being picky about that, most likely not.
Fair enough.
I would have to assume. I mean, I'm not saying it's a factual statement. I'm just making the assumption based on common sense, what the laws are and stuff around here.
Well, I've got another question if you want to help answer it here live, and guys on Twitch as well. Here we go. If the early bird gets the worm, why do good things come to those who wait? It's a bit of contradiction there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you got people saying, you know what, early bird gets the worm, and then you got other people saying good things come to those who wait. Then what the fuck is it? Do I get up early or do I fucking wait?
Well, I guess it depends on what definition you're using, as far as how you're using it, I guess. I don't know. I think if you're going to look for a job and you're getting an interview, early bird gets the worm. If you know there's a sale going on at one of the electronics stores and it's the first product out, early bird gets the worm.
Or you're dating a beautiful girl and you're just waiting to have sex. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
so I guess it's just, I don't know.
Or you could apply the early bird gets the worm on that one as well. Although she might not like it.
Yeah. I don't think that would be a good thing if there were worms coming out of certain. Well, we won't go there, but
no, it's that show. It's that kind of show. You can.
Out of orifices of the body. Let's just put it that way.
Savage 94 Beast, welcome to the show. How are you? Thanks for being here. Answering these questions that need answers. Some of them just don't have answers. You missed the part, Michael. It was the very first question. It was, how did people know how to make a baby? How did the first people know how to make a baby? And it kind of tripled into a God told them, and then we worked out that Jesus was a pants man, that he was laying pipe everywhere, and that's why he was betrayed by Judas. Judas was just really jealous of Jesus getting all the ladies, and that's the way that conversation went anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we said God wouldn't let his son down. He would have definitely given Jesus a bit of meat in the pants. You know what I'm saying? Not like he did with me. He just totally ignored fucking me. It's disappointing.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that.
Okay. Here we go.
I have to say one thing too, though, before you go on your next subject. Thank you for allowing me to be on here. I actually did a live podcast stream earlier, and I'm new to podcasts, and I'm actually finding the live streams are better for me. So my thank you is to you on learning how to act and host as a live streamer. So I'm learning as I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, thank you very much, mate. I do this live show. This is my muck around live show. I actually run 3 podcasts, so I've actually got quite a few shows that I do podcasts. And mate, being a host is just being able to move the show about. You don't actually have to say a hell of a lot, unlike this where I'm kind of saying more than I should. But if you get good guests on and you know how to put, it's all about learning to push the show along, like listening to the guests talk and then maybe commenting on that, asking another question or giving them something to think about so they go on with it. And then learning when somebody is talking a bit too long or rambling and kind of learning a nice way of cutting that off and then moving on so your audience doesn't get bored of it.
Right.
I mean, at the moment, I've got a few people on Twitch watching me at the moment. I'm live on Twitch, which people can actually see me. So they're actually watching me right now talk to you.
Oh, neat. That's awesome.
So I've got a whole like.
Can they hear me?
They can hear you.
Oh,
they can.
Well,
hear
everybody on Twitch. Awesome.
So they're actually listening to you. So that's why it was that question I had about the illegal. We watch you off the air anyway. I know you do, Hin. I know you love me. So yeah, I've got a whole. It's just engaging your audience, and knowing that if you do have a bit of downtime, like there's going to be something that is you're not going to have anything to talk about. Have always something like maybe 5 or 6 points that you can use. So sorry, Twitch guys. I know we're getting away from the subject, but I'd like to help Michael here. So yeah, and the people in Twitch that are in, and they know what I'm like. Yeah, have 5 points that you want to talk about. So if you ever get to a low point in the show, you can always go back to them and that can pick it up. So you might either get other people talking about it or getting in. Try not to. This is me, and this is me only. I like to have my shows sound a bit crisp and clean and not cluttered. If you're going to do a live show and you're going to have people call in, try and keep it down to a maximum of 2 people live at one time, because then if you get 4 or 5 different people in at the same time, they go to talk over each other, and then it just turns into a mess. You can't hear what other people are talking. People are trying to yell over other people. It's kind of hard. So I kind of keep it like I kind of run it like a radio show. So like if I had somebody else come in here and want to join, we'd let them join and you can talk to them and everything. But if I had a third person, what I'd do is I'd ask one of you guys, I'd kind of nicely say to one of you guys, all right, we got to wrap you up. Can we get somebody else in to have a talk? You've had your turn, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all about talking. It's all about engaging with people. Always engage with people. And you know, go from there. You'll do fine,
nice.
Mate.
Well, thank you.
No, you'll do fine. If you look, I've got a Discord page. If you ever want to ask any questions about it, you're more than happy to. I'll post it up in the chat in a minute. But yeah, you can come on and ask me anything or any advice, anything. Because like I said, I do all my own sound recording. I do all my editing. I do everything. I've got a whole little studio set up in my place. So. Now that I've bored everybody on Podbean and Twitch, let's go to the next question. Before people invented the drawing board, what did people go back to? Oh, that's a good question. You know how people go, all right, back to the drawing board. Well, before that was invented, what the fuck did they go back to? What do you think, mate? What do you think, Michael?
Me?
Waynebows in Twitch says dirt. He reckons they went back to dirt. They'll draw in little pictures and little things on dirt. Which, you know, I reckon that'd be right. They'd have to go.
That's a brilliant answer.
They go, oh, Waynebows is a brilliant mind. You should. He's a good fella. But dirt, yeah. You know when you're trying to read something you've written and you can't even read your own writing. I write like a fucking doctor. Hin fan, rock walls and cave paintings. It's also correct, I'd say. All right, would you rather... Here we go. Poop Consumer 23. Here we go. Ooh. All right, here's a question for you, Michael, from Poop Consumer 23 on Twitch. And everybody in Twitch, let's answer this right. Would you rather be extremely sexist or racist?
Neither, but I'll take the sexist if I have to pick.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but yeah, I'd say sexist as well. Being that racist covers everybody and Waynebows, lucky I'm both. Fair enough. Being racist, you nearly cover everybody. But even this is what I was going to say. Hin fan from Twitch says you can still have sex if you're racist. Yeah, but you can still have sex if you're sexist. I mean, I hate to say this, but there are ladies out there who like sexist men. It's just fucking weird, but they do. It's a niche. I don't know. Savage94 Beast says she's extremely sexist. Yeah. Yeah, you are. What? Against men? You're sexist against men? Good. There should be more sexist women out there. Damn it. You guys need to be equal as well. Okay, here we go. This is a question I brought up and no one could answer. It was really hard for people to answer this question. So listen to the question carefully and tell me what you think, guys. If 2 mind readers read each other's minds, whose mind would they be reading? I should do the because everyone's head just exploded. Let me read that one out again. If 2 mind readers read each other's mind, whose mind would they be reading? Hinfan. Paradoxical questions. Yes. Yes. It's a hard. What do you think, Michael?
Their own.
You reckon they'd... Oh. Because the mind they're reading is reading their own, so they'd end up reading their own mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
That makes sense.
So Wayne goes, so basically they're just listening to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. I knew Wayne Bo's
calling each other names. They don't agree with their own mind.
You fucking, what'd you just call me? And no one's actually talking in the room. They're just like insulting each other. Somebody walks in and sees them both with angry like fucking faces and like, what's going on here? We're insulting each other, but you're not saying anything. Hinfan, I have an idea. Give us your idea, my friend. Let us know what your idea. I can't wait for this. He's probably writing a novel right now. Savage 94 Beast, what do you reckon? What's your answer to that one? What do you think? Let us know. And just a quick one while you're thinking of that. Here's a quick question. What the fuck is actually Victoria's Secret? I need to know. You know, you put a phone on something like next to each other and it feeds back. Ooh. So you'd be hearing like double of yourself, like kind of like an echo. So you'd say something and it would say it back to you, and then it would just keep going. You know how that infinite feedback, where it'd go la 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 la. It'd go hello, and then it ended up being hello hello la 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 la. You reckon that would be? They are reading each other's mind. Yes, they are reading each other's mind. So, yeah, but what the question was is they're reading each other's minds, but what mind would they be listening to? Because if I'm reading your mind and you're reading my mind, you're reading what's in my mind. Am I reading what's in my mind from your mind? This question, man, it's gonna make my nose bleed. Oh, all right, Michael, what's Victoria's Secret? Do you know what it is?
Lingerie, on the serious side of it.
Yeah, but I need to know what her secret is. Like, what's so secretive about lingerie? Like, is the secret, hey, our secret is we're gonna make lingerie so skimpy, but never show boob. I'm very disappointed. Show some boob, ladies. First, they would have to read the other person's mind. The rest is just an echo, so to speak. Wow, this question's really gotten people, got people involved with this. There you go, Michael. Take that one to your live show. You have my permission.
Yeah, I have a question I'll take to the live show. And if you're interested in it, I'll ask you guys one. It'll blow your mind.
All right, go on. Ask it. Live listener question. Here we go.
If you're in your car traveling at the speed of light and you turn your headlights on, what would happen?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, how can you travel at the speed of light in your car? That's the first question. That's a fucking good car.
Hypothetically speaking,
you're going at the speed of light, but I don't know. I reckon nothing. I don't think your headlights wouldn't look on. I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think, chat? Wait, they're still answering. They're still answering the thing. You'd have to be thinking about reading the mind, which creates a thought, which creates the perpetual loop. Jesus. Should have asked this question as the first. Get everybody talking. All right, I like that question that Michael answered. Let's try and work that one out. You're in your car. You're traveling at the speed of light. You turn your all right, so you're in your car. You're traveling at the speed of light. You turn your headlights on. What happens? What happens? You traveling at the speed of light. Do the headlights come on? Does the light appear at the back of you? I don't know. It's a good question, Michael. I think people are trying to Google it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're having to say.
Well, I reckon we've got two pretty smart people in the chat at the moment, as in him and Waynebows, and I'm pretty sure Savage is pretty smart as well. So, here we go. Waynebows. The lights still project ahead because they are ahead of the car. Michael, do you know the answer to this question, or is this just one of those questions you just like asking to get what people, or do you actually know the answer?
No, I don't really know the answer, but I'll be honest about where I got it from. It's from a comedian called Stephen Wright. So he does kind of comedy like that.
I do know Stephen Wright, yes, and this would be something you'd ask. But it is a pretty good question. The lights still project ahead because they are ahead of the car.
Yeah, I don't think you'd see anything. I don't know.
I've moved at the speed of light sometimes. And when I say that, I mean, have you ever been like in your bedroom at your door where the light switch is, and you try to like, I don't know when you do this, I still do this as a 35-year-old man, but you know, you turn the light switch off and you try to make it into bed before the light goes off. Just me.
I have to try that. I've never tried that.
Just me. like I'm. Picture this. I'm a 34-year-old guy. If you can't, because you're not on Twitch, so you can't see me. I'm a big boy, right? I'm 6 foot and pretty heavy. Can you imagine me like? I'm like stretched out. I'm as close to the bed as you can, but like stretching out with my finger on the light switch. And I'm trying to like do that whole shimmy where you like turn it off and quickly jump on the bed to see if you can beat the light. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Savage. So Victoria's Secret was supposed to be where men can go and feel comfortable to buy lingerie for girlfriend, wife. Oh, wow. An actual fucking answer. So Victoria's Secret was supposed to be where men go and feel comfortable to buy lingerie. Hence, Victoria's Secret. It's a secret you can go buy lingerie, underwear, whatever you want to call it. That's no, but that is the secret, Waynebows. It's a place that you can feel comfortable and be secretive about buying lingerie for the girlfriend, wife. I mean, it's not like that anymore because they've blown up and they're kind of everywhere. So, like, and especially the Victoria's Secret at Sydney Airport, you walk in there and it's fucking open. So if you're in there, anybody knows what you're fucking doing. You're buying lingerie. Shut up. It's for me.
If your better half's name is Victoria, bonus.
Yeah, the secret is that men would go secretly buy lingerie. And then, you know what? And some of those men weren't even buying it for any other person but themselves. Sometimes men just want to feel a lacy piece of lingerie up against their ballsack. That's all it is. And you know what? We salute them.
Jeez.
It's 2021, people. You can be whatever you want. Just don't be a cunt. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, Michael. I am Australian, so the C word is going to come out quite a lot. Waynebows. Then their missus would tell them off because they got one size too big. You know what? This is why I don't buy. This is why I no longer buy presents for my wife. Right. So I used to buy jewelry, watches, clothes, everything, and it used to either be too big, too small, or not to her style, and she'd end up taking it back. So now what I do is, hey, your birthday's coming up, Christmas is coming up, Mother's Day is coming up. You pick what you want, send me the link, and then I'll buy it. That is what I do from now on. Savage Beast 94, Savage 94 Beast. Now you can be non-binary, no gender whatsoever. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And you can be whatever you want as long as you just don't cause anybody else harm. That's it. Like I said, don't be a cunt. Okay, when you choke a Smurf, what color does it turn? I like this one. What color does a Smurf?
What was the question?
If you choke a Smurf,
Oh,
what color does it turn? Does it turn blue? How would you know? Purple. Ooh, rainbows. And hin, straight away, they would turn purple.
yeah.
That's good. That's a good answer. Not a bad answer. Do you have anybody else have a question that needs answered? Please write it in the comments, either on Podbean if you're in Podbean, or in stream chat. Go ahead, write it down. Tell me what you think. Let's check all the other multi-streams that I'm on, because I'm live on YouTube as well. Let's have a look. Nope, no one from YouTube. I've got one for you. It always fucks with people. Go ahead, Hin. Lay it on us. Give us the question. But while you're giving us that question, I'll ask this one. Why is it called a pair of pants when there's only one? Why is it called a pair of pants when there's only one? What do you think, Michael?
I don't know, maybe because it's got two legs. Two leg cuffs.
Yeah, I know there's two legs, but they call it a pair of pants, not a pair of legs.
Right, pair of pants.
See, I know this one, Hin, and it does fuck with people. How do we know we see the exact same colour? Try to explain a colour without giving an example of an item. You can't. I mean, there was a question. I had a kind of a same question, but you specified that you can't use an item. With a blind person, there was can you explain colours to a blind person? And the easy answer would be green, grass. Feel grass. That is green. Water would be blue. Fire would be red. That's how you explain it to a blind person. But to be able to explain a color without actually mentoring, you know what I'm fucking trying to say. I'm having trouble saying that word. Mentioning, there you go, a word or an item is fucking hard. Can you do it, Michael? Can you explain a color without mentioning an item? Can you do that or not?
No, but your pair of pants, I think pair is short for apparel. Sorry, I was thinking about that.
No, people are still talking about that question as well, so don't worry. You think pair is short for apparel?
You're correct.
Apparel.
And I didn't look it up.
Apparel pants. Yeah. You looked it up, did you say, or you didn't?
No, I did not look it up. I was just... Well, and I didn't even hear your last question because I was thinking about that so deep I didn't hear anything you said. I'm sorry.
No, so the question that was given, which has blown everybody's fucking mind, is how do we know we see the exact same color? Try to explain a color without giving an example of an item. I can hear tiny.
What about dimensions?
Wow, what do you
just
mean?
Color only.
What do you mean dimensions? Like, how would a dimension?
Well, you can't you said only you can't describe it by color.
No, you got to describe a color. You have to describe a color. So, if you were giving the color red, you need to describe red to somebody without using an item that is red as an example. Hins actually said something else. Then we have to follow with how I add to it. How do we know we see the same color? For example, I might see purple and know it is purple, but you could perceive purple as green to yourself, but no, it's purple. See, it's messed up with colorblind people because they see colors completely different to everyone else. Like, I think that one is, it's more of a consensus thing there, Hin. If there's a color, like, let's have I know Michael can't see it, but if you were to look at my screen, you're looking at my screen right now. Now, if you see the logo, Generation Random, we could ask up to 50 people, what color is the random lettering in? And I would say 47 out of that 50 people would say the same color. They would say orange. Where those 3 people might be colorblind, they might say red. Because of how they're colorblind, they won't see orange. They may see it as a bigger a tinge of red instead. So I think we do see the same colors, and there's more of a consensus on there. But I think the first question is more mind-blowing, where you can't really explain or describe a color without using an actual item to help with that. You could probably use other colors. Is other colors classified as an item? So if you were to, say yellow, what's yellow? Is yellow is green and white, is it not? Am I right there? Green and white?
Yeah.
Yellow is made up from green and white. So can you explain, hey, green would, yellow is a mixture of white and green if you were to mix it together? Like, I know that doesn't explain much, but you still could, I guess you could still use that if it's not considered an item. Wow. This show's going better than I thought it would with these questions. I thought everyone was going to get bored, but we're getting plenty. But then what is white and green? Well, green can still be made up of... Oh, no. Is green a primary... White and green are primary colours, aren't they? So nothing really makes primary colours. I'm gonna write this down and Google it when I get off stream. That's the way it's gonna go. Okay.
You got me on the color thing. I'm totally lost on that, so I apologize.
Can 2 blind people have a stare down? Michael like that question. This is just a fun one. There's no particular answer to this. Can you imagine like 2 blind people just staring at each other? Yes, but they don't know it. Do blind people still blink? I know that's crazy as a 35-year-old man to ask, because I guess it's just because I've never really taken notice of a blind person. I'm not really close to any blind people. Would they still blink? I guess so they would. Like, their eyes would still get watery and tired, would they?
Yeah, you would think so.
They can see but still... Yeah, I guess, yeah. They still need to keep their eyes moisturized. There's that word again. Moist. Okay, so...
Just because they're...
Go on.
I was going to say, just because they're blind doesn't mean they don't have any sensory to feel pain, or discomfort.
True that. So some of the questions I asked on the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels podcast the other night, his one is that, did you know, well, it's not actually a question, it's more a shower thought, that when you look in a mirror, the only body part you can lick of yourself is your own tongue. The only part you can lick while looking in a mirror is your own tongue. Think about that one, people. If you have any more questions, please put them in either in Podbean or Twitch. These are getting good. People are answering. People are getting into it. I'm trying to look for a few more people, so give me a second. Just talk amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I've got it. You can lick. No, you can't. You can't lick your lip because you'd still be licking your tongue. Your tongue is the only thing you can lick. Like I'm talking about now. I know this is going to look weird on camera, but I'm talking about if that was the mirror, you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to lick something, like you're licking the mirror to lick something of yours. The only thing you can lick is your own tongue. Because it'd be your tongue pressing up against the mirror. You can't lick anything else. Like, if you were to look at yourself in the mirror and go to lick something, you couldn't lick your nose. Anything you lick would be your tongue. Ah, I see where you're getting at. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And all through that, Michael's going, what the fuck's he doing? I can't see.
Well, I was thinking the way you could lick any part of your body, your face, is if you just drew a picture of yourself on the mirror and then licked it.
Very true. That's a cheater's way out.
That's cheating, though.
Okay, here's some shower thoughts and questions mixed in. So things to discuss and everything. So here's something somebody said. Randomly hearing your favorite song on the radio is more satisfying than playing it directly from your iPod or Spotify. I would say yes. I don't know what it is, but playing your favorite song from Spotify or your iPod, you're directly interacting. You want to hear that song, right? So you're like, yeah, this is nice. I'm listening to my favorite song. But if you're driving and suddenly your favorite song comes on the radio, you're not expecting it. It's so much more satisfying. I feel that's the way I feel. Yes, because it's a by chance moment. Yes, Hin. That's what I'm talking about. Michael, do you feel it more satisfying when you hear your favorite song or a song that you like on the radio compared to if you were just to listen to it on Spotify?
Yes, I would. I agree with that. It's the element of surprise, and you're not thinking about the song at that particular moment like you were if you were setting it up to play it.
Sorry, my microphone went off there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like Hin said, it's more of a chance moment. So you feel, oh wow, you get kind of that giddiness. You're like, oh, I love this fucking song, blah blah. The same when you're in a club or a pub or something, and like a song, the band starts playing your favorite song. You're like, holy fuck, I love this song. Let's get up and dance, kind of thing. Like girls do it all the time, but usually every song that plays is the girl's favorite song. Here we go. I like this one. Go to bed, you'll feel better in the morning is the human version of did you turn it off and turn it back on again. I love that, man. So if you're a Little Britain fan, when somebody goes, oh, something's wrong with my computer, oh, did you turn it off and turn it on again? Did that fix it? Go to bed, you'll be right in the morning is the human version of to fix it, turn it on and turn it off again. What do you think about that one, Hin? Do you agree with that? Disagree? Think Michael's left the house?
No, I'm still here.
IT crowd, yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do that on. But as a tech guy, yes. Okay, here we go. Maybe plants are really farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually expire and turn into mulch, which they can consume. Plants are taking over, people. It's time to make more fucking furniture. If that is correct, knock them all down, make fucking furniture. Fuck plants. That has changed my mind. They're secretly farming us. They're supplying us with oxygen just so when we die, they can consume our remains. Fuck plants. I'll never look at one the same. I'll never look at one the same. Oh, Wayne Bot. And by the logo, I'm guessing that's Wayne Bose, who is now in Podbean. He may join us. He may call in. Let's see how he goes. If he's on the phone, if he's on the app on the phone, he can call in. I don't think it works when he's on the computer. So if you're going to call in, Wayne, you'll have to use your phone app for that.
Yep.
But next one, here we go. Theme parks can snap a crystal clear picture of you on a roller coaster at 70 miles per hour, but bank cameras can't get a clear shot of a robber standing still. It depends on the bank, I guess, how much they want to spend on the security system.
Yep.
I mean, I get. Exactly. It would all depend on the bank, I guess, on how much they want to set up on the security system. But yeah, I get they're right. Like, you get a perfect picture on a roller coaster, but half the time, bank robber CCTV and footage is black and white and fucking grainy as fuck. That's just them on their security. So I bet a lot of the high stakes banks have better security, and I tell you now, they'll be crystal fucking clear. But these like local banks, local smaller banks, smaller branches, they won't have a great security system. So we'll go from there. Well, somebody's actually trying to answer this. Let's read out their answer. What's this? I ask myself the same thing sometimes, but then I answer myself, well, cameras at theme parks just snap a quick pictures every so many minutes. But the security cameras must record video for hours every single day, so I guess that's why they don't have high-definition video cameras. Maybe they should also implement high-quality cameras that snap still pictures every time a person comes in front of the cashier. That'd actually be not a bad idea. Instead of maybe have two separate security systems, have the CCTV or the video that's taking a video of everything to capture the actual crime as it's going, but also just at the entrance, have like one of those roller coaster picture things where every time somebody walks in, it snaps a picture of them, so they got a crystal clear picture of who you are and, you know, what you look like. But then again, it still doesn't really work if you walk in with a fucking ski mask, does it? So, roller coaster is a high-speed single-shot camera. That one burst shot can be anywhere from 5 gig to 100 gig for a split moment, where a bank has to keep a constant feed and they wouldn't have enough space on any server to keep all the data they need. You pretty much said roughly the same thing as this person that wrote in their answer. So yeah, I'd go with you. It's something that has to be on every day, all day, 24 hours 7 is not going to be the highest quality, as in space on server would become very limited if they had high quality. Next one. If my calculator had a history, it'd be more embarrassing than my browser history. If my calculator had a history, it would be more embarrassing than my browser history. I know. All I did when I was at school with a calculator was write the word boobs. 80085. Or did you start with? You started with the 5. Sorry, you started with the 5. So it's 58008, and then turn the calculator upside down, and it spelled out boobs. If you didn't do that as a boy,
oh, I remember that.
Yeah, if you didn't do that as a boy at school on a calculator, were you really a boy at school? Or shells? Yes. What was shells? Shells was 511. What was E? 3. All right. So yeah, that's right. So 511. So this is the way you'd write it in your calculator. You'd go 511345. Turn that upside down, and you'd have the word shells. I play Doom on my calculator. I've seen people play Doom on a calculator. It is fucking awesome. Like the old school, very first Doom. You can play it on a Sony, one of those, those old Sony calculators, or the old Panasonic ones. Yes. Lawyers hope you get sued. Doctors hope you get sick. Cops hope you're a criminal. Mechanics hope you have car trouble. But only a thief wishes prosperity for you. Would you like me to read that again, people? Because it is so fucking true. Here we go. Lawyers hope you get sued. Doctors hope you get sick. Cops hope you're a criminal. Mechanics hope you have car trouble. But only a thief wishes prosperity for you. They wish that because they want to take it all off you. It's pretty much all it is. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's true, though. It's very true.
Yeah, it is.
And somebody wrote, well, temporary prosperity anyway.
Right. Yeah.
I've got two left, people, and then I'll be ending the stream. But here we go. Let's get on them. As a kid, my parents taught me not to believe everything I see on TV. Now I have to teach them not to believe everything they see on Facebook. It's so true. And, I love my mum, but my mum is so fucking gullible with Facebook, man. Something is said on Facebook and she'll be like, oh, you got to watch out for this, blah, 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 this and then. I'm like, where did you hear that? And she'll be like, Facebook. I went, Mum, fucking anything you learn on Facebook, don't believe. Do not believe anything on Facebook. But like when I was little, I don't believe everything you hear on the fucking TV. Well, then how is that any fucking different to what you're doing now? Huh?
It's not.
Huh? Well, like, my mum got, she nearly got done by one of those scams. Abby Crew, I think, 35. How are you? Welcome to the show. Welcome. We're live on Twitch as well, so we're talking to people on Twitch. Wait, what? Facebook isn't real? No, Rainbows. That Facebook doctor that your auntie knew does not exist and does not have a medical degree. Do not listen. Even if you're against vaccines or with vaccines, do not listen to fucking anybody on Facebook about anything vaccine. Oh my God.
Oh, it's gotten bad.
I hate the Facebook political people, the Facebook doctors, the Facebook political people, Facebook anybody, like people.
Religion too.
Yeah, Facebook religion. Oh man, this is not the place. It's not. I come on Facebook. I come on Facebook. I use Facebook just for one reason, just to keep in touch with my friends. I hardly use Facebook. I use Facebook to look at old photos when the memory comes up, to share pictures with my friends, and to use Facebook Messenger. That is it. If you went to my page, I hardly ever fucking post. I'm more of a lurker. I watch everybody else. Don't use bleach then. You can use bleach, but use bleach the right way, okay? Drink it and wash in bleach, all right? There you go. Use bleach the right way, people. Wash in it and drink it. That's the proper way to use bleach. And if you believe that, you deserve anything you get for using it that way. I'm good, Abby. I'm good, mate. It's we're having a good show here. If you want to join, we're asking questions or giving things out. So if you've got a paradoxical question or a question that needs to be answered, answer it. We've got people on Twitch ready here with fingers on the keys to answer. They've been pretty quick as well. I was hoping that I was going to be the proper way to use bleach is with ammonia. You reckon that's the way Jesus did it? Is that chloroform? Isn't bleach and ammonia chloroform, or is that a bomb? I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist. Here, enlighten me. Am I completely wrong? Am I completely wrong with what I just said? Is it a bomb or is it chloroform or nerve gas? Is it nerve gas? Might be mustard gas. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually. Mustard gas. Okay, here we go. The Olympics should have a for fun section at the end of all the games so all the athletes can try different sports. Kenya. I agree with this. I reckon they should just have, like, at the end of the, what is it, a 2-week thing? At the end of the 2 weeks, they just have 3 days of for fun action where the swimmers can take on synchronized swimming. The synchronized swimmers can take on racing swimming. A shot putter can take on the 400-meter run. That'd be fun. And also, I think you've got the Olympics, you've got the Paralympics. There should be one more Olympics. There should be the Olympics for drug users.
Wouldn't that be Special Olympics?
No. I don't mean like that kind. I mean ones that take steroids. I'd like to see somebody full up on steroids. I want to see how far he can actually jump. I want to see what the body can actually do, pumped up on steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. I want to see how much that makes a difference. Let's see how fucking that body can pole vault over that fucking bar. Let's do it. And then maybe have the Special Olympics with the people on weed, people on meth, people on cocaine. Can we have the cocaine 100-meter sprint? How fucking... Oh, no, sorry, not the coke. The speed. People on speed. The 100-meter sprint. That'd be the fastest fucking race in the world.
And how many would make it past the finish line before they croaked?
Yeah. And then have, like, the weed... Like, people on pot have the munchie run. And see how far... Just tell them there's munchies like a K away, and it's like the first person to get there for that bag of chips wins gold.
Funyuns, man, Funyuns.
Funyuns. What are Funyuns? I got to ask. I'm Australian, so I don't know what Funyuns are. I've heard of them, but I don't actually know what they are. What are Funyuns?
They're like dehydrated onion rings, and stoners love them. I used to be one, and I used to love them.
You used to be a Funyun? Oh, wait. Sorry, a stoner.
Yeah, I did. I guess you could call me that.
Archers can take on the runners. Isn't that just called line dancing? But yeah, I'd love to see. Let's have wrestling where both people are just absolutely maxed out on meth. See who wins that. Let's even have a cross drug sport. Let's have like soccer, where one team's full of coke and the other team's full of meth. I mean, that team full of coke is naturally called Argentina and Colombia, but hey, let's do it. I think burgerines just dried out onions. Yes, that's what he explained. Yep, you've got it in one. Can you guys hear Michael? I'm sure you can. All right, I said I had one more. Let's do it. Let's give... Here we go. Tall people are expected to use their reach to help shorter people. But if a tall person would ask a short person to hand them something they dropped on the floor, it'd be insulting. I get my 4-year-old to pick everything up off the floor so I don't have to bend down. But I guess that'd be... I don't know, if you put... What's his name? Kabul, the really tall basketballer. What's his name? Abdul or whatever. Kabul, something. You know what? He's really fucking tall. And you put Peter Dinklage in the same room, and he drops something on the floor. You think Peter would be insulted if he asked him to pick it up? I don't know. Depends on the person. It depends how precious they feel about their size. I guess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be me for tonight. Michael, thank you very much for joining me live on Podbean.
Thank you for allowing me to be on.
No, anytime, mate. Anytime. And like you said, you can come and I'll post. I'll end Twitch first, and then I'll go back to Podbean if you stay in, and I'll put that Discord link in there for you. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking in. Who do we got? Wayne Bowes, Hin, and Savage Anoni for Beast. Go check her out. She's part of the GRN now. And Hin, you'll always see Hin floating around the Charles Jackson show. If you ever hear him or see him, tell him he's a cunt. He loves it. And Wayne Bowes, if he ever streams again, go check out his page. He does Warframe, which is a pretty good game. Pretty good game to watch, especially when you watch him. He's got a lot of good insight in how the game works, how the economy works. So if you're new to the game, you can always go and ask him how to play it. I'm sure he'll be nice enough to let you go. Drop us a follow if you like the show on Twitch. It all helps. Go check out my podcast, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, on Spotify, Podbean, and Apple. You can also get Don't Call Me Babe on Spotify, Apple, Podbean, and Generation Random Podcast on Apple, Podbean, Spotify. Go check them out. Give them a follow. Give the Facebook page a follow. And send me some love, guys, because I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy talking to people, having a chat to people, and going off like a frog at the sock. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for sticking around. You guys have been absolutely fucking amazing. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm starting to do these shows now outside of my podcast. More of a talk back, interacting, talking about stuff, doing this kind of stuff. So I hope you guys really will enjoy this kind of thing. So that's me out. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Again, we are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age. When I dream, we're all melting together, synchronized in a mass embrace. Beads of water falling together like a North Shore wave. How strange, we're parts of each other. How strange, I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. On our shoulders is a boulder of a debt we cannot pay. We are not a sentimental age. We die of water folded together like a North Shore wave. How strange, with parts of each other, how strange. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents trying to hold it together.